Greetings and welcome to my channel. I'm Melissa and I'm going to teach you how to easily draw realistic clouds. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for more free tutorials. If you have ever tried to draw a landscape with clouds and found yourself struggling to make the clouds look realistic, you're not alone. Drawing realistic clouds can be challenging, but with a few tips and tricks, you can create stunning, lifelike clouds in your drawings. One of the best ways to improve your cloud drawing skills is to practice drawing from observation. Taking a look at real clouds and try to replicate their appearance on paper. This will help you to better understand the shapes and textures of clouds and develop your own style. Take some photos of clouds or find some online for reference. Having a visual reference can help you understand the shapes and textures of clouds better. When we were kids, we drew clouds like this. And while we were on the right track of trying to create fluffy edges, they looked more cartoonish than realistic. But of course, though, we were kids. But now it's time to learn how to draw realistic looking clouds, so grab your drawing materials and let's get drawing. You will need an HB and 2B pencil, some tissue, a kneaded eraser, and a blending stump. Let's begin. Using an HB pencil, use light, quick strokes to create a fluffy texture that mimics the natural appearance of clouds and avoid heavy strokes that may result in a flat and unrealistic texture. Start with an overall shape of the cloud, and before diving into the smaller details, it's important to establish the overall shape and size of the cloud. This will help you to better understand the composition and structure of the cloud and allow you to add smaller details such as shadows and highlights to make it look more realistic. Clouds are all different shapes and sizes. Sometimes we can even picture them as objects in our mind. Using an HB pencil, we're going to shade the sky from a darker value to a lighter one. The sky appears lighter closest to the horizon, and darkest further up in the sky. As a child, we were taught that the sky is blue and the grass is green, but of course colors are merely based on the reflection and the refraction of light. As you'll see, I've sped up the video so I won't bore you too much with the shading. I'm shading with leaving edges of the clouds ragged. Can you see how the shading is getting lighter as I move towards the bottom? You may need to darken the top of the sky a bit more like I'm doing. Now take a tissue and place it over your first finger. We don't want any oily fingerprints on our sky. With added pressure, blend in the sky. Blur in the edges of the clouds. Can you see the clouds becoming fluffier? Always keep your drawings cleaned using a brush to wipe away any debris. I'm going to use a 2B pencil to work up the darker shading again at the top of the sky. Going back to the HB pencil, add some light shading to the clouds. Stormy, dark clouds have darker values of gray, but this will be a nice sunny day for these clouds. Gently use a blending stump using light to medium pressure to blend in the shading. I am moving in a circular motion as I blend. I will move to each cloud as I continue blending the shading in. Feel free to add more shading if needed. Next, take the kneaded eraser to gently wisp in some of the light around the edges of the clouds and on top of them. Here is another angle as my hand tends to cover my actions. I'm not pressing down too hard, I'm gently using the tip of it. And here you can see how the lighter wisp edges are looking. I find creating clouds to be quite fun to do, so I hope you do too. I've extended my kneaded eraser so you can see how gently I am as it touches the paper. I'm using a circular motion as I add more light. You can even add some new wispy clouds using a kneaded eraser. Clouds are made up of varying shades of white and gray, which can be used to add depth and dimension to your drawing. Experiment with different shades of white and gray to create a realistic-looking cloud that has a three-dimensional appearance. A semi-dirty blending stump can add some light gray where needed too. Now for any final touch-ups you may have at this stage. Notice how the bottom of the clouds will be a bit darker. I'm really flattening down my kneaded eraser to get into those small areas. Let's remove the taped edges for the final reveal of our clouds. With these tips, you can create stunning, realistic clouds in your artwork. Don't give up if it doesn't come out perfect the first time. Practice makes perfect, and with time and patience, you'll be able to draw up clouds. Let me know if you have any further questions or if there's anything else I can assist you with in the comments below.